If you ask most Americans, where do you think America ranks in education in the world? Most people would say first or top 5. This sounds about right since America spends $9,000 a student and has spent more than $118 billion since 1965 on education. But the unfortunate reality of it is that America ranks number 17 in science and 24th in math out of 30 developed countries. In fact, the one thing America ranks top in is answering the question, how well do you think you did on the test? The answer was a positive answer. It is estimated that by the year 2020, there will be 123 million high-paying, high-skilled jobs in the United States, but only 50 million Americans will be qualified to fill these positions. Other countries have noticed this trend in American culture, resulting in negative stereotypes on Americans across the world. It doesn't help that American students continue accepting their educational system as it is. We obviously need to change America's educational system in order to regain global respect. While Americans are spending their time thinking they will do good on the test, we are going to take a look at Finland, who ranks number 1 in education.
For days, we've been hearing about the ideal education system in the world, Finland. Educators talk about Finland all the time, so much so, in fact, we decided to go there and see what makes their system so good. Here tonight, our education correspondent, Rahema Ellis.
Finland, population 5 million, about the size of the Atlanta metro area. But don't let size fool you. Finland is a global success. Home to cell phone giant Nokia, Finns are known for their love of coffee, state-supported health care, and the best education system in the world. 15-year-old Oni Olsen is a typical Finnish student. He balances schoolwork with play. But school time is very focused, and it shows. Internationally, Finnish students rank number 1 overall in science and math. U.S. kids rank 17th in science and 24th in math. Can you say what percentage of your students drop out of school?
In our school, nobody.
Nationwide, the high school dropout rate is 2% versus 25% in the U.S. But it wasn't always this way. 40 years ago, Finland was a poor nation dependent on agriculture. Its leaders envisioned a brighter future in technology. The nation decided the way to get there was with a better educated workforce. It took a generation to do it. Finland's blueprint included a tough national curriculum, master's degrees for all teachers, with up to 3 teachers per class.
Exercise 7.
2 focus on instruction. The 3rd works with students who are struggling. The result? There's no such thing as a failing school in Finland. Officials say Finland has a collective national will to educate all students and a plan to succeed.
Have you got a cat?
There's a relaxed atmosphere in the classroom and continuity.
I can be a better teacher when I teach them for a longer period.
Many students stay with the same teacher for several years.
Use English as much as possible.
The average student speaks 4 languages, including English. And Finland spends about $3,000 less per pupil than American schools do. So how do they achieve more? Education experts credit involved parents. Do you push your son?
Perhaps sometimes, yes, to be honest, yes.
Equally important, they say, is the Finnish culture that values education.
Teaching has been always, and it still is, a kind of appreciated profession.
A report out this month says 47% of America's teachers come from the bottom third of college graduates. Finnish teachers come from the top 10%. Just like doctors and lawyers, Finland's best and brightest are chosen to teach. Rahema Ellis, NBC News, Helsinki, Finland.
There are 3,500 schools and 60,000 teachers in Finland. 5.9% of national wealth goes to education. A primary school student costs $7,100 per annum. 99% of all education is publicly funded. All teachers must hold a master's degree. 95% of teachers and principals are unionized. So what should we change about the American educational system? A few places that America can make changes to the education system is by cutting down school hours so we don't waste time in the classroom. Reduce the standardized testing so there wouldn't be as much stress on the schools and teachers. Provide more technical schools and outlets so students can better tailor their educational experience. This way, Americans will be able to choose their own paths and will be better prepared for their future.